Hi guys, it's GI's505 and I am here today with an anime drawing tutorial. This was supposed to be to celebrate the 5-year anniversary of when I posted my first anime drawing tutorial. But I failed. I posted on the 30th, and it is now the 31st, so my bad. Anyway, so this is just going to be like a real quick introduction type thing for beginners, and I'm going to be showing you how to draw a face. And this tutorial, the programs I'm going to suggest, like first off, you can just use a regular pencil and paper for this. I'm going to mostly be using Fire Alpaca, but because my original tutorial is for MS Paint, I am going to show you how to do the eraser trick, so you can use that one. So, Control plus makes any tool you're using bigger. So, like that. And let's say we only want part of this to be red. So we click on color 2, we click on red, and then we right click, and it will only change the color that's selected for color 1. It will only change that, and left mouse will just erase it. And then you can change that back to white, and now it'll only erase the black. And that's how you do the eraser trick. Anyway, so as you can see, I already set the guidelines down for my face. Pretty much, you want to try and get at least a general idea of what you're doing ahead of time. I suggest the less experienced you are, the more you want to have a plan. So basically you draw a circle, and then you draw a line down the middle, and then you draw a line down the middle going the other way. So your eyes are going to sit on this line that's in the middle of the circle. And what you're going to do is while you're drawing your eyes, you want to draw them at the same time. So like you do this line, hang on, you do this line, oh my god, this line does not want to be done. You do this line over here, and then you try and just do this line over here to match it. Because you don't want like one amazing perfect eye over here, and then like a weird weird one over here. Wonky, that's the word I was using. Anyway, so you just want to draw your eyes together to avoid that. Anyway, so we just keep going, and the main thing you gotta remember about anime is it is very based in style. So like even if you're using the base suggestions I make in this tutorial, it is about finding what you're comfortable with drawing and finding your style. So those are eyebrows. Kind of. Normally I like to give more detailed eyebrows, but since this is just a quick thing, I'm just going for it. And noses, since I'm drawing that now, are one of those things that people vary so heavily on styles. Like someone could just draw a nose and one second here. Like that, nope. Like that's their nose. Or as I drew them before, I draw them like this. But I like to draw a more nose-like nose nowadays. So now I'm going to draw the mouth. And I generally I like to indicate the lips without like going like super heavy with just how much I'm indicating them. That is not centered. Because I feel like it's kind of distracting if they're like lips. Unless you're drawing like a character who's supposed to be like really attractive. Then it's like you want to look at their lips because they're so pretty. Anyway, so pupils are one of those things where generally when people start drawing anime, they tend to make them like humongous. So control your pupils. They don't know what to do on their own. You have to give them guidance. That comment didn't make much sense. Anyway, so, and also, like, you gotta make sure they're facing the same direction, or your character will look hilarious. Like, even just a little bit off, and they look, it just looks silly. Anyway, so, now that we have that done, we're gonna move on to hair. And hair is one of those things where it could literally be a tutorial all on its own. I'm going to do one with a part. So like up here at the top of the circle, that is pretty much our hairline right here. I usually like to indicate it on its own, the hairline, but since that's here, we don't really need to do it. So, just... because I'm not really sure why, like, you can always see the part on anime hairs. Like, they always have this, like, weird going up bit. Like, hair doesn't do that, but, you know, whatever. Again, style. Gotta have style. Okay. Alright, now for heads. And right now, I am using a very cheap mouse, so I do not have a good amount of control. See, look at that bumpy line. So because the head is such a long line, I'm going to be having a bit of trouble with that, so bear with me. So I would recommend just kind of look at the type of style you'd like to draw, like a more shoujo manga style or shonen manga, or just like your basic moe anime style, like for most animes nowadays, because I swear to God, that is just so much moe in the anime nowadays. With like the big eyes. Personally, I don't like those styles very much because all the characters tend to have the same face. When you're drawing characters, you want them to be characters. You want to be able to distinguish them. Not like, oh, I know it's that character because they have purple hair. Well, that's all well and good, but I want to be able to recognize them just from their face alone. Alright, now we're drawing our neck. I generally like to go for like a thicker neck than most styles I've seen. Not most, then some. Like the more girly styles seem to have really thick necks. I mean thin necks, not thick, sorry. That's the exact opposite of what I was saying. They really have thin necks. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe us girls just like the idea of having a ridiculously skinny neck. But personally, I think it looks more like human if they have a more reasonable sized neck. What the heck is their hair doing? You know what? Your hair can be in a ponytail. This came out really androgynous looking, come to think of it. And that's cool. Anyway, so the main thing you gotta keep in mind is your style. And seriously, this did come out really androgynous. I'm pretty sure most of you know that word, but androgynous means like you can't tell if it's a guy or a girl. It's pretty gender neutral. So androgynous, I'm just going to erase that, and I'm going to give it like a little bit down here. Just so it's, yeah. Oh! That means my 8 minutes are up. So, there you have it. That's how, at least I, draw an anime face. And it really depends on like what angle you're doing. So basically you just want to keep in mind, plan ahead. Reference is always important. You want to go find some reference pictures for faces so you can know how faces are shaped. And just keep in mind that it's your art. You want to try and develop your own style that you're comfortable drawing. And if you want me to make more videos like this, you should comment, favorite, like, and subscribe and all that wonderful stuff. Because I haven't actually been like actively posting stuff on YouTube for like 2 years. So if y'all are still interested in seeing what I have to offer, yeah, just do those things I just suggested. And maybe I'll see you guys later. Have a lovely evening.